don't forget. So it is it's not June, it's still March, the 10th of March. You know, we're only 10 days from spring. 10 days. Paul, I'm so glad you're here.
Yes, hi. Took me a while.
Yeah, I know. Well, the button apparently is not there, so
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get Margaret to explain the whole doodad to me later. 10 days until spring. That is all. And it's pretty warm here. You can tell because I'm not wearing my fur hat, right? Warm,
Yes.
warm relatively to how it has been. So, and what's the made-up holiday today? The made-up holidays are Blueberry Popover Day. Who doesn't love a good blueberry popover, right? Is this the right day? Yeah, it's the right day. And it's no smoking day in the UK. So if my UK friends watch this later, don't smoke today. And oh yes, it's landline telephone day. Let's talk about that. Steve. Remember landline telephone? Oh,
I have one still. And we've been talking about getting rid of it, but haven't made that move.
Don't do it. Don't do it. So when we
No.
had the giant, look, I'm even taking my sweater off. When we had the giant blackout, who remembers the giant blackout?
Yeah.
If you had
And
an old
I have thought of that.
If you had an old school landline, it still worked.
Right. Yep.
Right? Not necessarily the cordless ones, the old school ones. So you never know. Sometimes you need the old technology to still help you out.
Yeah, it's what do they call it? Some kind of a solar. I want to say it's some kind of a solar pulse or solar burst of some type that can shut down all the digital operations. I don't know how our world would function if that were to truly happen.
I don't know. They'll probably make a movie about it. Do we have any requests today?
At this point, I'm good with whatever you come up with. You always have a nice flow show.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll just get going then.
Like the animals.
What's that?
The animals are always good.
Let's see what we come up with. I'm going to play a little music. Oh, I'm just going to mute you guys. A little mute, and then we'll play some music. Ooh, that's loud. It's a little too loud. And let's flow. So, as always, you can stand, you can sit, you can do whatever you want. You just spread out your toes, let it go. Maybe take a breath in. Your arms will float up. When you turn the hands over, let your shoulders drop. Feel your neck get longer and drift your hands down. We're just going to breathe. Because that's rule number 1. Breathe in. The hands drift up. Turn the hands over. Breathe out and just stroke the air. Yeah. Breathe and float up. Let's scoop some goodness. Big hugs in the front. And then, you just let it go. Do that again. Breathe in. Gather in as much goodness as you can. And sink. Oh yeah, there's 2 rules. I forgot to tell you. Rule number 2. Don't cause yourself any extra pain. Breathe in. Scoop in as much goodness as you can. Shoulders drop. And exhale. And then if you like, if you're not already there, maybe your feet a little wider. Open the door. Hands float up. And then you just sink down. It's like painting the wall. Wax on, wax off, right? Or was he painting the fence for that one? Sink. Float up like that big old tree. Open wide. This hand's going to drop. It's going to drift across. Take a little wider step here. Grab onto a little ball of chi and slide it out. Turn your body. Give us a pull and a push. Grab onto that little ball of chi. Slide it across. turn. Maybe it's a blueberry for Blueberry Popover Day. A pull and a push. Nothing too major, right? Slide across. You rotate. A pull and a push. One more time. Slide. Yeah. Give me a pull. And a push. Stretch open through to the center. Hug the big tree. Sink it down. Let your arms drift up to the side like wings. Sink down halfway. Stretch up super tall. Fingers down through the center. Cross the wrists. Stretch open wide. Press forward past the chin. Bring some goodness back in. Press it down. Someone was just trying to get into the waiting room, but sad, I couldn't stop. Breathe in. The flow is flowing. Press down. Cross the wrists. Stretch open. Brush forward past the chin. Drop those shoulders, long neck. Press it in. Sink it down. Now when you sink down, it doesn't matter how low you go, right? But make sure your knees stay open. One more time. Sink. Cross. Open, open. Still breathing, because that's the rule. Bring some goodness in. Drop shoulders. Sink it down. One more time. Over the top. Press. Open the door. Maybe you scoot your feet in a little bit. And sink and start to drift. A little side to side. I know when Steve says, I like the animals, that we're talking at least a deer. So over here, pop at your antlers, middle fingers, fold in. Step out, pivot, lunge into it, and then swing that top pinky around. Turn, 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 turn. When you want to breathe in again, let the hands float up. Drift back. Side to side. Just, it's almost like you're not even moving your arms. They just kind of floated up all by themselves. Pop out your antlers over here. Stretch out your fingers. Step out. Lunge into it. That top pinky is going to swing around. Oh yeah. Maybe it points behind. When you breathe in again, lift. Float back. What do you say? We do it again. Seems like a good day to do 2 deers. The second time's always better. When you get over here, take your time. Pop out your antlers. Stretch out your fingers. Chi rock star. Step out. Lunge and turn, turn, turn. Maybe you can see your back foot. Maybe. When you breathe in, lift. You never make anything happen, right? Just explore. One more time so that we're a little more even. A little. Over here, some antlers. Bust them out. Your front foot floats out. Then you just float it around. Take that arm with you. To the back, maybe. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Float back. Lift up to the side. Breathe in. Scoop in some goodness. Sink. Little tiger pause. Lift up. Turn over. And then you open the hands and you press up and you look up. Stretch your whole spine straight. And then little tiger pause. Come on down, just soft. Their claws haven't grown too much yet. Open the hands and then press down, looking through that little tiger's mouth. His teeth aren't that big yet. Little tiger paws, float it up. Stretch up. Feel like it's your spine that's getting longer. Taller, taller, taller from your feet. And then little tiger paws, one more time. Down through the center. Open the hands and press, looking down. And then let it go. Float up. Hug the big tree. And then open wide again. This hand again, drift across. This time, grab onto your cloud. And you're just gonna dance across the sky, right? Other way. And breathe in. Sometimes your body knows what's going on and your brain doesn't. Slide. Breathe in. Breathe out. Here, grab onto the moon. Step in. Step out. Use the back of your wrist to brush open the curtain. Right away, the bottom hand's gonna float up. Grasp for its tail, just slide it down. And when you toss away, turn. This hand is gonna fold in. Turn all the way around. Step out with a push. Hands separate, give me one pull. One push, but get ready. Because we gotta do a little bit of bamboo. As you're pushing, let your body just slowly drift forward until your back leg starts to lift up and you come to a warrior 3. And then let your back leg float down. A pull. Let's do another. Why not? It's like you slow-mo. All the weight just slowly shifts into your front leg, into your back leg, drifts up all by itself. And then you slowly come down. A push, both hands across the sky. Slide. Let the hands drop. Take a breath. Step in maybe. Step out, push. Both hands back across the sky again. Slide. Hee-haw. Hands drop. Make a little hook over here. If you want, lift this knee up. You don't have to. Step out, single whip. 2 leaps. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. We're going to throw in one more bamboo right here. Are you ready? So when you come out to your high five, stretch everything straight. Swing that heel back and these toes this way. Legs straight. Reach that way as far as you can. Come on back. Now if your back ever gets sore, just bring your hands to your waist and reach. Maybe this top arm will reach up. And make it nice. Make it something soft and snuggly, yeah? Something where you feel good. Remember rule number 2. Look down, bend your front knee, pull on up. I know we usually do loops. Grab onto your cloud. Flow shows are so fast. Breathe in. Breathe out. You just go back to being super soft like the cloud. This hand is going to scoop in and grab onto the moon. Brush open the curtain. Step out, slide. Give me one more of those. Breathe in. As you breathe out, brush open the curtain. Your bottom hand is going to just float up. Grasp bird's tail. We're going to turn. So slide down, but take your time. Turn, 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 turn. This hand, fold it in. Step out, push. A regular pull. Remember our warrior 3? A regular push. So you just take your time. You slowly start to lift forward. And suddenly your back leg is floating all by itself. Reach. And then you let your back foot float down. One more time. A pull. As you start to shift forward, you just take your time. It's like a little balancing act. And your back foot just floats up by itself. Then you try to reach in both directions. Then your back foot floats down. A regular pull. A regular push. Around the corner. Slide. You can yahoo on the way if you want. And drop. Step in. Take a breath. Step out with a push. Around the corner again. Slide. Yeehaw. Drop. A little hook. If you're in the mood, you lift your knee. And then you step out to a single whip. 2 loops. Breathe in. It's like you get over here and you're just giving a little virtual high five. One more time. Breathe in. We're going to do that triangle. Just the briefest of triangles. So stretch everything straight. This heel goes backwards. These toes point this way. You're flat against the wall and your fold comes here. You reach. And then you say, oh, I'm not ready. You come back. But then you say, yeah, I'm ready. Reach. Maybe your hand comes down, maybe the top arm floats up. And you just have that briefest pause. You kind of explore what your triangle feels like, yeah? Make it feel good. Look down, bend that front knee, pull that top arm up, drift it across. Hug the big tree, come to the center. Sink. Maybe scoot your feet in. Lift to the side. Hug the big tree. Melt. The flow shows are the fastest shows in the West. Buddha belly. Lift. Wrap your arms around as much goodness as you can. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Lift it up to the heart. Shoulders will drop. Over the top. Breathe in. Press down. Make a tight little package of chi goodness. Make a little diamond shape with your hands. Float up, or maybe a little heart. Send that all the way out into the world. Shoot your Care Bear stare around the world, right through the internet. It goes practically everywhere, right? And then you let it go. Let's do it again. Float up. Wrap the arms. Shoulders drop. Sink. Buddha belly in the front. Lift. Wrap those arms around. Scoop up as much as you can. Lift up to the heart. Shoulders will drop. Up and over. Make that tight little package. Think of Spider-Man shooting the web out of the base of his wrists. Float up. If you like Spider-Man better than Care Bears. And send through your fingers, through your toes, all the way up your spine, and you're just shooting it all the way around the world. And then you let it go. Because it's been delivered. Breathe in. What is it like FedEx? Positively, absolutely, it's going to get delivered. Open the door. Breathe in. Breathe out. At the bottom, cross the wrists. Lift. Open. Let the arms just drift open. Do that again. Cross. Lift. Float it up. The next one is just shoulder height. Float it up. Hands drift apart. Just let it all go. One of your feet steps in. A little bow for my friends. And ta-da! We did it. Imagine that. Imagine that. We managed to make it through. Good morning. Good morning. You guys will have to unmute yourselves to let me know how you're doing. Do I get a thumbs up?
Oh yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
For my friends.
I like how you put yoga in the bamboo thing.
Yeah, it's my favorite class, really. Hey, Colin. Yes, it is my favorite class. Steve Coffin is over on the Instagrams. Hearts for Steve Coffin. You should check his art out. He lives in Ottawa. He's a very good guy. Yes, so it is. It's Blueberry Popover Day. If you feel like you're stuck at home and have nothing to do, you can just bake a few popovers. Right?
Yeah.
Why not? And it's, I don't know if you want to celebrate this. Maybe Steve does. It's International Bagpipe Day.
Sure.
I'm sorry, but I actually do kind of like bagpipes.
Yeah.
But
goes
it
up.
could be because my last name's Stewart.
All right.
Right? So my friends, celebrate our technology, but don't let go of the old stuff that still works, right?
Right.
How old is Tai Chi? How old is yoga? How old is... I was listening to a podcast yesterday talking about acupuncture. Acupuncture is like 3,000 years old or something.
Right.
Still works.
Yes.
Still works. There's a reason it works. So don't let go of the old stuff just because we got new shiny toys, right? 3 guidelines for us to have an amazing day, right? 1, Do something that makes you happy, my friends. Whatever it is. As long as it's not illegal and won't get you arrested. Number 2, COVID hugs for my friends.
Yes.
Everything's going to, eventually, nothing lasts forever. So eventually we'll be able to hug live and in person again. And number 3, as we learn every day when we try to get on, yes, Steve, they did it. And they had good cookies. They were smart cookies back in the past. And you just go with the flow, my friends. Right? Hearts for you guys. Hearts for you guys. Hearts for you guys. Hopefully I'll figure it out by next week. If I don't figure it out by next week, watch for me to post something to tell you where to find me. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good, Heather.
Love you guys.
Yep,
Thanks again. Nice job.
See
See you
y'all.
guys later.
Again.